Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You'll excuse the fact that I'm out of breath, but about 10 or 15 minutes ago, a tragic thing, from all indications at this point, has happened in the city of Dallas. Let me quote to you this. And you'll excuse me if I am out of breath. A bulletin. This is from the United Press from Dallas. President Kennedy and Governor John Connally have been cut down by assassins' bullets in downtown Dallas. They were riding an open automobile when the shots were fired. The president, his limp body carried in the arms of his wife Jacqueline, has rushed to Parkland Hospital.
What was a wonderful welcome in downtown Dallas has become a scene of indescribable horror as hundreds of people crowd outside the back door to the emergency room here at Parkland Hospital. And people are wondering, is our president going to live? President Kennedy is on the inside of Parkland Hospital, and two priests have just been sent in to the room with the president. Senator Ralph Yarborough a moment ago told KILD News he saw a Secret Service man beating the rear of the car on which the president was riding with his fist, and he knew something horrible had happened.
I walked over and looked over the banister there and saw across the street that you were down on the ground so that to keep out of the line of fire. What was the first thought that struck your mind?
Oh, I thought it was a firecracker, and I saw the blood, and I had the baby, and I just ran, and I got on top of him and laid on the grass.
What is your name, ma'am?
Jean Hill.
From Dallas?
That's right.
And did you see the shooting, miss?
Yes, sir.
Can you describe what happened?
Yes, sir.
Will you do that now?
They were driving along, and we were the only people in this area on our side, and the shots came from directly across the street from us. And just as the president's car became directly even with us, we took one look at him, and he was sitting there. He and Jackie were looking at a dog that was in the middle of the seat, and about that time, two shots rang out just as he looked up. Just as the president looked up, and these two shots rang out, and he grabbed his chest, and it looked like he was in pain, and he fell over in his seat, and Jackie fell over on him and said, "My God, he's been shot." And after that, more shots rang out, and the car sped away.
Now, what kind of a car was that?
What kind of a car was it? The president's
I
car.
mean, where did the shots come from?
The shots came from the hill.
From the hill?
Yes. As it was just east of the underpass.
Uh-huh. And,
we were on the south side.
Could you see, did you look up there where the shots came from, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Could you see anyone?
I thought I saw this man running, but I looked at the president, and, for a while, and I looked up there, and I thought I saw a man running. And so, right after that, I guess I didn't have any better sense. I started running up there, too.
Uh-huh. And what is your name?
Jean Hill.
G-E-A-N?
J-E-A-N.
And J-E-A-N. What's your address, Miss Hill?
9402 Bluff Creek.
John F. Kennedy died at approximately 1 o'clock Central Standard Time today here in Dallas. He died of a gunshot wound in the brain. Dr. Berkeley told me it's a simple matter, Tom, of a bullet right through.
Malcolm Gilduff, the Assistant Press Secretary with the Presidential Party, made the announcement just a few moments ago. Gilduff started off saying, John F. Kennedy died at approximately 1 o'clock Central Standard Time today here in Dallas. Reporters asked him for other details. He said, I have no other details. He was asked where is Vice President Johnson, has he taken the oath of office? I do not know. At the moment, his movements are secret and will be in the future.
At the airport in Dallas, and throughout the streets of Dallas, the Dallas police had been augmented by some 400 policemen called in on their day off because there were some fears and concerns in Dallas that there might be demonstrations, at least, that could embarrass the president. Because it was only on October the 24th that our ambassador to the United Nations, Adlai Stevenson, was assaulted in Dallas, leaving a dinner meeting there. From Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, some 38 minutes ago. Vice President Lyndon Johnson has left the hospital in Dallas, but we do not know to where he has proceeded. Presumably, he will be taking the oath of office shortly and become the 36th President of the United States.
I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will to the best of my ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. So help me God.
A gentleman just walked in our studio that I am meeting for the first time as well as you. This is WFA TV in Dallas, Texas. May I have your name, please, sir?
My name is Abraham Zapruder.
Mr. Zapruder?
Zapruder, yes, sir.
Zapruder. And would you tell us your story, please, sir?
I got out and about a half hour earlier and get to a good spot to shoot some pictures. And I found a spot, one of these concrete blocks that I have down near that park near the underpass. And I got on top there was another girl from my office. She was right behind me. And as I was shooting, as the president was coming down from Houston Street making his turn, it was about halfway down there, I had a shot. And he slumped to the side like this. Then I had another shot or two. I couldn't say what it was, one or two.
We received information he was in the Texas Theater. We went to this location, surrounded it from the outside, and then about 8 officers, including one FBI agent and some uniform officers, went into the location. Officer Ennium McDonald was interrogating his third person when, as he approached him, the suspect jumped up, struck him in the face, and yelled, "This is it," and made a grab for a pistol which was inside his shirt down in his belt. The officer and the suspect both began to grapple for the pistol. The pistol trigger was pulled one time, but the gun misfired. By then, at the officer's call, the rest of us got into the situation and subdued the suspect, disarmed him, handcuffed him, put him in the car to the station, and turned him over to Captain Fritz in the Homicide Bureau.
I work in that building.
Were you in the building at the time?
Naturally, if I work in that building, yes, sir.
Back up, man. Come on, man.
President? No, they're taking me in because of the fact that I live in Missouri. I'm just a patsy.
President?
I know nothing more than that. I do request for someone to come forward to give me a legal assistance.
Did you kill the president?
No, I've not been charged with that. In fact, nobody has said that to me yet. The first thing I heard about it was when the newspaper reporters in the hall asked me that question.
You have been. Nobody said what?
Sir?
You have been. Nobody said what? Okay, we ain't here. Okay. What did you do in Rikers?
Now, a policeman hit me.
Here comes Oswald down the hall again. You fire that rifle.
Just as fast as you people have been given, but I emphatically deny these charges.
Oswald has hustled through a doorway. That he told anybody he might kill the president.
He hasn't admitted killing the president to anyone.
You have any reason to believe that there was any organization behind him?
How is it he says there's nothing mentioned to it? Well, I don't know what he said. He says he didn't do it. We're still working on the evidence. This has been a joint effort by the Secret Service, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Dallas Police Department, the Dallas Sheriff's Office, my office, and Captain Will Fritz has been in charge of it.
How would you describe his mood during the questioning?
Very arrogant. Has been all along.
What do you say, Chief?
He just denies everything.
How do you sum him up as a man, based on your experience with criminal types?
Oh, I think it's a man that planned this murder weeks or months ago and has laid his plans carefully and carried them out and has planned at that time what he's going to tell the police that are questioning him at present. He didn't.
No one actually saw this man pull the trigger of the rifle that apparently killed the president. Is that correct?
That is correct.
These people have given me a hearing without legal representation or anything.
You shoot the president?
I didn't shoot anybody, no, sir.
Why, sir?